So here in Australia over the past few years, cyclocross has been growing rapidly, and today what we're going to do, if you're interested in getting involved in cyclocross, is to give you a real basic overview of a few of the skills that you'll need to compete in any of the races. So we're going to go through a couple of tips on how to jump over barriers. You've got two options. You can either bunny hop, or you can jump off your bike, hop over the barrier, carrying your bike and then remount. So we'll start off with the bunny hop. So when you're coming to the barrier with your bike, you want to get your weight back, lift your front wheel up, compress your weight over the back wheel, and as you get just your front wheel over the barrier, you want to lift up your back wheel to clear the barrier. So your bike, lift up, put your weight back, then you'll be able to spring off on your back wheel over the barrier, remount, keep riding. So you'll stay on your bike. This can be quicker, but often it's a bit difficult if there's a few barriers close together, but it'll give you a heap more kudos with all the crowd and you won't get heckled so much. So your second option of how to get over the barriers is to dismount your bike, carry it over, jump back on your bike and carry on. So this can be a quicker option, but you have to plan ahead a bit. You don't want to be jumping off your bike too late, washing off all your speed. But how we go about the dismount option, you're coming up to the barrier, hands on the brakes, you want to wash off a little bit of speed, you want to bring off your right leg, so you always want to be jumping onto the non-drive side. So you've got your left leg clipped in, then you want to bring that off, hold onto the bike like this. So you've always got one hand on the handlebars, one hand on the frame. And then you're just lifting the bike up over the barriers, and then to get back on the bike, place the bike on the ground firmly. You want that to be stationary, you don't want it bouncing around or anything. So just on the ground, both hands on the handlebars, and then you just want to jump over the bike on the seat and then feet on the pedals, start going for it again. So another obstacle you often have in CX races can be stairs, steep hills, muddy sections in which you need to jump off your bike and run with it for a little bit longer than what you would the barriers. And so you can use the technique where you simply just carry your bike beside you, but often it's a better case to carry your bike on your shoulder. So for the shouldering technique, you want to start off, again, you're on your bike, you're riding, you're bringing your right leg off, dismounting to the non-drive side, and then instead of holding the bike along the frame here, as we have done for the barriers, you want to stick your arm through the frame, pick the bike up, and then holding on to the drops of the handlebars there. And so the reason we do this is because then the bike's out of our way and we can run quite freely up the hill, up the mud. And so then to get back on the bike from this position, you want to make sure you gently put the bike on the ground so it's firmly down. Make sure that's rolling along, and again, both hands on the handlebars, and then you're jumping back on, ready to pedal.